Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. Now, The Points Guy is one of the biggest blogs in the credit card and luxury travel space. He recently came out with an article called The Best Rewards Credit Cards for Each Bonus Category, talking obviously about which card will earn you the most points in each common category of spending, for example, dining or travel. In this video, I want to go through this article and give you some analysis, and this video is brought to you by Kudos, but more on that later. So the article focuses on rewards cards. If you are looking for cashback, this is not the article or the video for you. Now, he also only includes personal cards in this, not business cards. But if you are like me and you run a small business, or perhaps you drive for Uber or something, you're a freelancer, you may want to use a combination of personal and small business cards. So I will add in some business cards that I feel are worth mentioning. All right, let's look at the article. I'm sure I've seen this stock photo before of this guy with his girlfriend with the Mickey Mouse hairstyle. Anyway, the first category is air travel. Let's look at this table. So it's pretty common for high-tier credit cards to offer a way of getting 5 points per dollar for airfare these days. Now, the only personal card that you can currently apply for that does that on airfare booked directly with airlines is the Amex Platinum. There's also the Citi Prestige that offers 5x on airfare directly with airlines, but that's not available to new applicants, all right? If you have it already, you're grandfathered in, great, enjoy, otherwise you're out of luck. Then there are several cards that offer 5 points per dollar back on airfare if you buy your flight ticket through that bank's travel portal. The Chase Sapphire Preferred and Reserve both offer this, then the Capital One Venture X. There isn't really a major disadvantage to doing this. You can still enter your frequent flyer number, you do earn air miles on the flight, and you'll still get your airline status benefits. With hotels, you often don't get your hotel status benefits if you book through a third-party portal. The only thing to pay attention to is that the price through the portal is exactly the same as on the airline's website. Okay, so do check that to make sure. No point saying, hey, I got 5x points per dollar, but it was $50 more expensive. All right, that would probably wipe out most of your rewards. Then we have the Amex Green at 3 points per dollar and the Capital One Venture at 2 points per dollar. That card actually earns 2 points per dollar on everything. Now, notice the points guy gives the value of the points too. The value of these points currencies vary between 1.85 cents and 2.05 cents a piece, so that affects the value of the rewards earned in addition to the points multiplier for the bonus category. To be honest though, they have many of the same transfer partners, so in my mind, they're all worth around 2 cents per point. I don't want to be that guy who is like, oh, this one is 0.5 of a cent more, you are wrong. It's just whatever, you know, it's about 2 cents per point. And there are so many other variables too, such as how you redeem the points. So saying around 2 cents per point, in my opinion, is fine. So if you want 5x on air travel directly with airlines, go with the Amex Platinum. Just know it does have a $695 annual fee. So you need to be sure that you're going to get value out of it through using the coupon book style credits and the other benefits it gives you. If you don't mind booking through a portal to get 5x, then the Capital One Venture X, the Chase cards also are pretty good for slightly lower fees. If you want to use the points for economy flights, the Chase Sapphire cards, particularly the Sapphire Reserve, are good for you since you can use the points through the Chase portal at 1.5 cents per point. That's often better than transferring to a partner for economy bookings specifically. If you want a much lower annual fee, the Amex Green earns 3 points per dollar with an annual fee of $150 per year. And the points guy missed the Citi Premier that also earns 3 Citi points per dollar for a $95 annual fee. I guess he didn't include it because he had the Citi Prestige, but you can't apply for the Citi Prestige now, so you might as well include the Citi Premier. It's actually a better deal than the Amex Green, 3x for $95 annual fee versus $150 annual fee. And I don't really know why they include the Capital One Venture at all. That earns 2 points per dollar on everything for a $95 annual fee. If you want to include that, I think you should probably include the Citi Double Cash as well. But since you'd need the Citi Premier or Prestige to transfer the points over to turn them into points, because the Double Cash just earns cash back, then you'd earn more using those cards anyway, so it would kind of cancel out. So I guess that's why he doesn't include the Citi Double Cash. And then if we're going to include cards that earn just 2 points per dollar, okay, like the Capital One and the Citi Double Cash, you might as well include the Amex Blue Business Plus. That is a business card that earns 2 points per dollar on up to $50,000 in spending per year. Chase, by by the way, doesn't have anything that earns 2 points per dollar on non-category spend. All right, let's move on to the next category. Amazon and online shopping. Now for this, I immediately think of the Amazon card that earns 5% on Amazon, and also the Amex Blue Cash Everyday, which earns 3% on online shopping. But then I remember, of course, those are cashback cards, so they don't apply in this particular case, since there is no way to turn that cashback into points, okay, like there is with some other cards, like the Citi Double Cash, etc. Let's now look at what the points guy chooses for this category. You have the Capital One Venture, the Venture X, and the Citi Double Cash. So he does put the Citi Double Cash in here this time because the Citi Premier doesn't have a bonus category for non-category spend, which is what online shopping would fall into in this case. So you can earn 2 points per dollar on the Double Cash and then transfer that over to the Premier. All right. Let's move on. But first, if you use credit cards to build up points and cashback, which if you're watching this, you obviously do, otherwise you wouldn't be watching, would you? So if you do have several credit cards that you use to earn rewards, you'll want to listen to this because I'm going to tell you how you can earn up to 25% in value back when you shop online this holiday season. From now until Christmas, you can 5x your credit card rewards on sites like Lego with this free shopping tool. Also, today's sponsor, Kudos. Imagine this, you're about to spend $2,400 on a round-trip flight for your family to spend Christmas in Vegas. I use my Chase Ink Preferred for 3x points per dollar, which has a cash value of $72, or about $91 if you use it through the travel portal. But if you use Kudos and book through Priceline, Kudos will give you an additional 12 Kudos points per dollar, turning that $91 into a whopping $382. That's basically free money. But that's not all. Kudos also helps you recommend the best card to use on every purchase, which means you no longer have to keep track of things like point values or rotating categories. Just use Kudos. And once again, the best thing about Kudos is that it's completely free. Whenever you shop at one of their 15,000 merchant partners, Kudos earns a small commission from your purchase. Instead of keeping it entirely for themselves, they are sharing a piece of that pie with you by multiplying your credit card rewards. It's super easy to use. All you have to do is add Kudos to your desktop or iPhone in just 2 clicks and then shop like normal. Kudos will automatically appear at checkout. So stop leaving money on the table and join over 150,000 members earning over $100 million in credit card rewards every year with Kudos. Use code SHIFU to get Kudos for free by clicking the link below or going to joinkudos.com/Shifu. That's joinkudos.com/Shifu. All right, let's move on to the next category, cell phone bills. Okay, so looking at which is the best card to pay your cell phone bill with is an interesting one because it involves both the points you would earn and what kind of cell phone protection your card offers. Yes, many credit cards offer insurance if you break your cell phone or it gets stolen, etc. But they're all different. Now, the points guy lists these cards as the best, but then states below that the Capital One Venture X is the total winner. This is because while the cell phone protection offered by the Venture X is pretty much exactly the same as the Amex Platinum, they both offer $800 in coverage with a $50 deductible up to 2 times per year. But with the Venture X, you'll also earn 2 points per dollar on your cell phone bill, since the card is 2x on everything, so that's their logic. Another thing to point out is that the Amex Business Platinum also has a $10 per month wireless telephone credit and the same cell phone insurance as the regular Platinum and the Venture X. So if you are open to a business card, that could be for you, as long as the high annual fee is justified by the other benefits that you get from the card. All right, let's move on to the next one. The best card for commuting. So commuting is generally going to be like subways, trains, Ubers, etc. This is often described as transit as opposed to travel, which would be more like air travel. The points guy recommends these cards. Chase has a very broad travel category, which includes both airfare and transit. Then you have the Hyatt credit card, which offers 2x Hyatt points per dollar. And then you have the United Quest card, which is also 2x. I find it strange that he has no love for the Amex Green, which does offer 3 points per dollar on transit, and it's all listed out on their website. It even includes things like parking. So in my mind, it's got to be either the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Amex Green if you have a lot of this kind of spending. All right, let's get to a really big category. Dining in restaurants. Now the Amex Gold wins this one out of the cards that you can actually apply for. It earns 4 Amex points per dollar at restaurants worldwide. Now, if you're lucky enough to be grandfathered into the City Prestige, then that does earn 5 points per dollar at restaurants. But you can't apply for that card anymore, like we said. So if you have it, it's great. If not, my advice is get the Amex Gold. You can also look at dining programs that let you earn extra points, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve dining program, for example. That's why the points guy includes that one, since it does earn 10x points per dollar, but you are limited to the restaurants in the program. Built also has a dining program, so if you have the Built card to pay your rent with and earn points on that, it would be worth checking out Built Dining as well. Also, on the first of every month, you get 6 Built points per dollar on dining because they double the points on the first. So that's worth mentioning too. Next, the best card for food delivery. Now on this, he gives you a similar list to restaurants, basically cards that earn good rates on restaurants and that include food delivery services like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Seamless, etc. One thing I like to add here too is that cards like the Amex Platinum and Amex Gold give you a credit for Uber each month, which can be used for Uber Eats. The Platinum is $15 per month, the Gold is $10 per month. The Amex Gold also has an additional $10 per month dining credit valid at Grubhub, which is a delivery service. So with the Amex Gold, you can use those 2 credits for delivery every month, one with Uber Eats and one with Grubhub, and you can earn back $240 per year, almost paying for the entire annual fee, just $10 short. And yeah, the points guy points this out too, and he says he thinks the Amex Gold is the best card. Best card for gas. Ooh, now this one is going to be interesting. He actually only gives 2 cards, the City Premier at 3 points per dollar and the Hilton Honors to Pass at 6 Hilton points per dollar, which is actually worth less than the 3x City points because Hilton points are just worth about half a cent a piece. However, a good one he fails to point out is the Amex Everyday Preferred. This card earns 2 points per dollar on gas, but ooh, what is that? 50% more points if you make over 30 transactions per month. So that would be 3x on gas. And at 2 cents per point, that would be a 6% return. So that would actually win the category. Only thing is you have to remember to make 30 transactions per month, basically use the card once per day every month. I think that if you're able to do that, or you find a way to do like splitting a grocery purchase into a few smaller purchases, then this card definitely wins. There are some other cards worth mentioning too. The City Custom Cash offers 5% back, which is also equal to 5x points per dollar back on $500 in spending in your top spending category each month from this list that includes gas. Although this is presented as cashback, it can be transferred to the City Premier and become points. The Chase Freedom Flex also earns 5% back per quarter on $1,500 worth of spending, which is the same as $500 per month, in rotating categories this time. And each year, there's always at least one quarter where gas is one of the categories. And although this is described as cashback, like with the custom cash, it is points and it can be transferred over to other Chase cards that have transfer partners and used to book travel either by transferring out to a partner or through the portal, etc. So you have a couple of options for 5x points per dollar, even though there are some limitations. Then let's also look at a couple of small business cards. Personally, I often use the Wyndham Rewards Business Earner, which earns 8 points per dollar on gas. The points guy himself values these points at 1.1 cents per point, so that is 8.8 cents return on your gas spending. Now this one is a business card and it is a hard to get business card at that. I had to send my business tax returns to Barclays before they would approve me. But then there is also the Amex Business Gold. That's another one that is easier to get and it offers 4 Amex points per dollar on your top 2 spending categories each month from a list that includes gas. So if you're willing or able to get a business card, those are 2 really good ones to look into for your gas spending. Now we have cards for general travel, and I think that's pretty similar to transit, so I'm actually gonna skip that one. But now we get to the best credit cards for US supermarkets. Now this is an interesting one, where he only gives 2 options, the Amex Gold and the City Premier. Now the Amex Gold earns 4 points per dollar at US supermarkets, which makes it the winner, whereas the City Premier only earns 3 points per dollar. But what you may not know is that if you do the whole 30 transactions per month thing on the Everyday Preferred, you can earn 4.5 Amex points per dollar on US supermarkets up to $6,000 in spending per year, since that card earns 3 points per dollar on grocery, but then once you add the 50% bonus for the 30 transactions per month, month, it takes you to 4.5 points per dollar, making it the winner. Now guys, there are a few more quite specific and narrow categories that he goes through, like gym memberships, mobile wallet, etc. If you want to check out all of his recommendations, I will paste the article somewhere below. In conclusion, I think he's on the right track, but I think there are some really good ones that he missed that you have to think outside the box or jump through a few more hoops to get, like with the everyday preferred 30 transactions thing. I also think for people who are freelancers, it is worth opening this up to a few business cards too. But what do you think? Leave your comments down below. A big thank you to Kudos for sponsoring this video. Support this channel by downloading their free app with my link below and up to 5x your credit card rewards at 15,000 websites this holiday shopping season. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.